So we are in the Jeep today, headed down to Bryce Canyon. Boys, you excited to go?
Yeah.
GJ?
Oh yeah.
All right, so we're gonna head down to Bryce Canyon National Park, do a little camping, a little hiking, and if you haven't been to Bryce Canyon, it's an excellent national park, one of the best ones here in Utah.
Hey, chop chop, take me to a cliff.
Welcome to Red Canyon.
Red Canyon. It's not called Red Canyon. It's called Bryce Canyon. It's called Red Canyon. This canyon.
Yeah, this is called Red Canyon. This is a really cool little drive leading into Bryce Canyon.
Yeah. The red rock here is like extra red. It's not like down in the orange, where it's like orange, but this is like red. Like I would actually call this red rock. Like if I was the pioneers that came around this, I would be like red rock. I'd be like orange rock. Red rock.
So we made it to camp, made our dinner, and just kind of sitting around enjoying each other's company right now.
You thought you could hide this, There's much more. I was just kicked out. Jake, where's the
Chili macaroni.
sleeping bag? So
Forgot bowls, so we're putting them in frosty cups. We're hoping for some stars tonight. The sky has got a little bit of stars, but there's also a lot of clouds too, so we might get lucky. The wind might blow some of these clouds past us and give us a chance to see some of the amazing stars. Bryce Canyon area has got a lot of really great stars, just because there's so few houses and buildings and cities nearby. The light pollution is almost non-existent, so you can just see just tons and tons of stars. We're hoping that we can capture some of that this evening with our phones and our cameras. We may not be able to, but keep our fingers crossed. It's 11:30 at night, and about an hour ago it started raining. So I ran and put the rain fly on, and it was just in time. We've had a lot of rain, even though weather forecast said it wasn't supposed to rain at all. Lots of wind too. I'm grateful for a strong tent. Grateful for a comfortable warm sleeping bag. I'm comfortable in here. All part of the adventure. So the rain's finally stopped. Seems like the wind has died down. And what time is it anyway? A little after midnight. I'm gonna try and get some sleep now. Looking forward to hiking tomorrow. Hopefully it's not too wet outside. Saturday morning, about 6:45 a.m. and had a good night's sleep despite the wind and the storms and things like that. We're gonna get up and make some breakfast. I've got some oatmeal we're gonna cook in some little cups, should be nice and easy, and then we're gonna go for some hikes. How'd you sleep last night?
Good.
Yeah? What's going on here? Like the full lineup.
Yeah. They got wet. Only one for Mikey next and
Morning, Jake. You know it's 11 o'clock?
What? Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
No.
Been sleeping for a long time, dude.
No, prove it.
It's not really 11 o'clock. Morning.
Morning.
How'd you sleep?
As well as can be expected.
Remove lid completely. Add boiling water to slightly below the line.
So for breakfast this morning, we got these little cups of oatmeal. Work pretty well. Just boil some water, fill them up in the cup, and eat right out of the cup. So, looking forward to it. So after a good night's sleep, we are all packed up and headed to Bryce Canyon. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, did you guys have a good sleep last night?
Yeah.
Got wet.
You got wet?
There was a hole in
A hole in the tent.
the Yeah.
What happened?
It wasn't that bad. It just like we moved our mats up and there was like huge pools of water. There was a pool of water under the switch. Maybe wasn't a good thing, but it didn't really do anything, so we're good. And all my bags were wet, but it wasn't that big of a deal because on my back and my back, so nothing was that bad.
In case you couldn't understand that, because his mouth was full and he's a low talker, he got wet last night.
Come on, I walk.
Morning, boys. So we made it to Bryce Canyon National Park. We're gonna take the obligatory picture in front of the sign. Then we're gonna go for a hike. So we made it to the Bryce Canyon Visitor Center, and we've got a great little spot where you can learn all about Bryce Canyon, how it was made, what the formations mean, things like that. Let's go take a look.
Poems, convoluted deep.
So these are giant solar panels, and they're big enough that they actually power this entire building and structure. So they're running completely off of a solar panel. And the unique thing about these is that they actually move and follow the sun. So unlike other solar panels that you just kind of position in the best spot possible, these solar panels will actually rotate and allow you to capture as much sun as possible throughout the day, giving you the power you need. You can hear it moving. You know, as sad as it is to see the effects of a forest fire, we have to remember that this is part of the natural process of the earth renewing itself. You know, whether it was from lightning or some other cause, you know, a forest fire, while it kills a lot of trees and a lot of plants and potentially kills a lot of animals, also creates essential nutrients that allows them to go back into the soil and really promote new growth. The sad part is when people are irresponsible and cause forest fires that are not supposed to happen, whether that was from putting out your fire completely at a campfire, or a vehicle dragging chains and sparks hitting rocks and causing a fire, or things like that. As guests to a national park or to any forest, we should remember that while a forest fire is good for the environment, you know, too many forest fires are not, and we should definitely try to minimize our impact as we go out and explore. Did not expect there to be this much snow still. I mean, it's 58 degrees outside, and there's still significant snow on the ground. Why do you think that is? Why do you think there's still snow even though it's warm outside?
Because shade.
Shade. Does the snow look like it's in shady spots?
Right now. It is during the evening, so it's in shade most of the day.
So we made it to Natural Bridge. Natural Bridge is actually not a bridge, in fact. It is what they call a window, where erosion and softer materials broke away from this, creating what looks like a bridge. But to officially be classified as a bridge, it would have had to be made by water, and that was not the case here. Eventually, this whole section here will continue to fall down, and then it will end up being just a couple hoodoos and things like that. But for now, we get a really spectacular view.
The name of it has the name Bridge in it. It is actually... Were you listening to the movie? The movie in the visitor center. It talked about
What do you think of Ponderosa Point, Jake?
It's cool, I guess.
Really vibrant color, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
What about you? What do you think?
It's cool. I like how far you can see.
You really can see a really far ways out, huh? It looks almost foggy out there. Do you think that's smoke or fog or what?
Pollution.
There's no way it's pollution. You think it's pollution?
No.
What would it be from? There's no cars out there.
It's probably just like... Our eyes can't see that far, so it's just like slowly fading. And it's the reflection of the light, but the light can't reach our eyes that fast, so you can, I don't know. I'm trying to think of some weird scientific thing, but it's not working.
So we learned that these unusual piles of wood piled up all over were done by forest fighters. Forest fighters? Firefighters? Forest firefighters? Another way to say that. But they did it as a preventative measure. As the forest fires were encroaching on this area, they were clearing out all the dead trees to make sure that the forest fire didn't, you know, continue. So this was a preventative effort. It just seems so weird. There's so many of them. It's not often you get to come to a national park and see desert and snow all in the same spot. Kids are having a blast. We made it to Fairview Point. Really great vista here, and if I remember correctly, there's a little arch over here down on the lower right. Let's go check it out. Oh, there's the arch over there on the left. made it to Bryce Point and the parking lot is absolutely packed, so this must be really good. So we've gotten to a little fork in the road here. We found a spot where here at Bryce, this is Bryce Point, right? Yeah, Bryce Point. So we can go down to the Under Rim Trail to Peekaboo Loop and the Hat Shop Trail, okay? Or we can go this way, the Rim Trail to Inspiration Point. What do you guys think? What do you want to do?
Get some inspiration.
Jake says to get some inspiration. What do you think?
Let's do the same as Jake.
All right, let's go get some inspiration.
This isn't a hike. That is the place on my picture.
Wow. This is incredible. No wonder they call this Inspiration Point.
Yeah, Jake, don't die.
Sometimes inspiring scenery gives us the urge to do things that are potentially a little reckless to get that perfect shot.
So, oh, you freaked me out right there.
How does it make you nervous when you see Jake doing that?
Because I don't want him to die.
You don't want him to die?
Thanks, brother. You're a real pal. I want to die, though. I'm kidding. Why would I want to die? I just wanted to take a picture with the bush.
Yeah.
It's a pretty bush
So,
on the cliff.
a bush cell.
Some people go to the overlooks and just sit there and look. Others get out, grab a water bottle, and go for a hike. I recommend the latter.
Watch this. I am very experienced in the lizard catching. The art of lizard catching. Maybe he's on the other side. Hey, where'd he go?
He ran off all the way over there.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Good looking boy.
Stopping for a little breather here and enjoying the view.
Starts with an L.
Well, it's been a fun day here at Bryce Canyon. Jake, have you enjoyed the hike?
Yeah,
Got your jacket off, getting a little warm?
yeah,
It's been a combination of cool and warm.
yeah,
In the morning, it was nice.
It was nice in the morning,
yeah,
and it's nice in the afternoon.
yeah,
Favorite part of the hike?
yeah.
Looking over there.
Looking over there. I agree.
Yeah.
It's spectacular. If you haven't been to Bryce Canyon, put it on your list. Make a trip down here. It's about 3 hours south of Salt Lake City. If you're not local to Utah, fly into Salt Lake City, rent a car, and drive south. It's definitely worth the trip. Or you could go to Vegas or St. George and drive north. That actually might even be faster. But it's a phenomenal, spectacular view. Lots of fun, easy hikes. and lots of things to see that you'll never see anywhere else in the world. Thanks for watching.